Hi guys, this is Forza Meyya, so it's a pleasure to see you in my next video. Today, I'm actually going to share some lessons that I learned from watching a Tamil movie, right? It's a sports-based movie. It's actually on Amazon Prime called Sarpatta Parambarai. Okay, I just watched it like 2 weeks ago. It's a sports-based movie involving boxing. Alright, so you may, if you watch this movie, you may recall something like Rocky or Muhammad Ali, right? So something similar. Alright, so I'm not going to review the technicality of the movie because I'm not a movie person in the sense of I'm not a movie director or a movie producer, but I'm just going to share with you as a trainer what are the lessons that I learned or observing this movie, you know, the messages and stuff. Okay, so for those who wants to know a glimpse of this movie, you may watch the trailer. The link is below. All right, and I think in YouTube you do have some movie clips on about this movie. All right, so in Amazon Prime, of course, you got the subtitles. So for those who doesn't understand Tamil, you can always switch on to the subtitles and yeah, you can watch the movie. Okay, so it's 2 hour plus movie. Okay, so you have a lot of characters there in the movie, and it's a full-fledged sports base. It's a retro kind of a movie, right? Took during 70s, okay, 60s or 70s, that kind of era. Okay, so you can watch that, and they made it such thing happened in the city called Madras in India, right? So let's just dive into the movie or the lessons that I've seen. Okay. All right, the first lesson here is in this movie, of course, there are a lot of characters, but one particular character is called Dancing Rose. Okay, he's actually the opponent. Okay, he'll be fighting with the hero, right? So this guy who's called Dancing Rose is this guy has a uniqueness or specialty of performing boxing, you know, or doing the boxing match itself. While fighting, he dance. Okay, this resembles a real life character of a boxer called Prince Naseem. Alright, for those of you who follow this sports on boxing, obviously you will know who Prince Naseem is, a UK based boxer, or a professional boxer. And this Prince Naseem is actually someone who has the uniqueness. Okay, he wear like a leopard based shorts, boxing shorts, and he dances, you know, he moves his legs. Of course, in boxing you cannot use legs, but you know, the way he does is as if he's dancing while he's doing his boxing. Okay, so that's the uniqueness. So the same thing in this guy called Dancing Rose, alright, the character. This guy has the same uniqueness. He dances while he does the boxing. Alright, so for a guy who is just full-fledged into boxing, you know, my aim is to do a TKO. I just need to win him all around the 12 rounds and score more points. Alright, so that will be your main focus, right? But what happens when this kind of character comes in, your opponent, and he has this kind of a uniqueness, right? So obviously he can confuse you, right? Okay, so as a boxer or as a player, okay, even as employee, right, you can't just have the same skill as your other compatriot or other contender or other competitor, okay, or even your colleague. You need to have some uniqueness in you so that you can actually go higher and outshine the rest, okay, or be identified, right? So you need to know that. Even those days during badminton, you know, in early 90s, okay, so you had this player called Haryanto RB. This guy's specialty is jumping smash. So anyone who gives a high base shuttle, right, he will perform a jumping smash. Okay, so all while he's playing, he will try to make the opponent to give a high shuttle so that he can give us a jumping smash. The same thing with Hendrawan, another Indonesian-based player. He's a good net base player. So he always try to fix the game so that you'll play around the net so that he can win points. Okay, so those are the uniqueness. So you need to focus on your uniqueness, because playing against the same type of a game or same type of skills as your opponent will never bring you far, or you may not even win your match. You need to have your uniqueness in whichever field that you are. Alright, so that's the first lesson. Alright, the second lesson is this hero. Alright, his name is Kabilan. He was under a coach. Alright, so he was being coached, he was doing well. Then what happened is, after a while, the coach was actually sent to jail because of certain things that he did. So at that time, this particular hero never had any coach, okay, or never had any guide. So what happened? His focus shifted. He was influenced into doing illegal activities, okay, by some other guys. Okay, so what happened after the coach came back? He was disappointed, and he said, don't come to me anymore, all right, or don't join my team, okay, don't come to the boxing ring anymore, because this guy became unfit, all right, and he lost the sharpness, the strength, the charisma as a boxer, all right. So there he goes. But nevertheless, this guy wanted to come back. So when he wanted to come back, he went back. He was recommended to a coach who coached the hero's father. All right, he was merely a fisherman, but he was a boxer and he was a boxing coach. All right, so a new coach was there who coached his father. So now he's coaching the son. So he coached him, and end of the day, he became a champion. So the lesson here is, you may change your coach, but never be a coachless person. All right, or never go without a coach. It can be in your career, you know, it can be in your life or sports, not necessarily in the sports, okay, in any other fields. You need to have a consistent guide. All right, so you need to have a mentor or a guide or a coach. All right, the coach can change. Okay, even famous player Lee Chong-wei, the badminton player, he had Mismoon Sidek, he had Hendra Wan, he had Tae Siew Book, he had Rashid Sidek, he had Morten Frost Hansen. So his coach changed along the way, all right, but he never went without coach, all right, or without guide. So you need a mentor every time you need, so that at any point of time you get stuck, there's always someone there to guide you, okay, or to show you the way, right? So to guide you to the correct path. So that is a crucial thing. Never go without a coach. And the final message or lesson that I like to share is from watching this movie. As I said, this guy went without a coach, and he became unfit. All right, he started having tummy. He lost all his muscles. Okay, so even like amateur players started making him like a fool, you know. So started talking bad about him, started joking about him, right, that he can't come back and stuff. So even his previous coach didn't want to coach him. So that's why he so-called lost the focus. But end of the day, he still had the vision. I still need to come back to win the match. Okay, because he had one outstanding match which was stopped. Okay, so it was a competition. He had to win the title, but the competition got stopped. Okay, for certain reasons. So he wanted to come back. He challenged that guy. Okay, I'll come back and I'll challenge you again, and we'll win the match. Okay, so he trained hard. Okay, he trained hard. It was tough at the beginning, but nevertheless, he never lose focus. Okay, so of course he put in the effort. Okay, and he made it end of the day. So here the message here is, never lose your focus. Never so-called sell your dream or delete your vision. Okay, or delete your target. Don't do that. Always keep your focus on your target. It may take time. It may be delayed. It's fine to be delayed, but yet you still achieve it. All right. Even the recent Olympics, the oldest medalist was 62 years old. All right, from Australia. He was in equestrian. All right. So he said, just believe in yourself and keep going, regardless whatever happens. Just keep going. So that's why I say, make sure your vision is there, your target is there. Once you set your target, regardless whatever happens, you know, whatever obstacles that you face, you just keep going on. Right, so that's the important 3 lessons that I want to share today from this movie called Sarpatta Parambarai. Right, so for those who want to watch these, you can watch it through Amazon Prime. Alright, or if you want to watch the clips, you can always check in YouTube's. You have some movie clips on this movie. Alright, so till then, take care. I shall see you in my next video.